We are going to discuss letter writing. There are two types of writing letters. Number one is formal letter. The second one is informal letter. Now, formal letters are written to higher authorities, principal, and editor to the newspapers, etc. Means they are written officially, and they are going to be sent to the principal or to the editor. When we are writing a letter to the editor, we write it for the improvement, or we give suggestions for the newspaper or for the improvement of newspaper. Means it is written officially, or it is written it is for the official use. While writing formal letters, following points should be considered, or should be kept in the mind. So they have given you the points how you write a formal letter. First, the heading. The heading consists of the address. Means the editor, daily news, ABC, press. They are written on the top or right hand side of the page. For example, A1510/10 G10 to Islamabad, 15th March 2014. Now there are two ways to write date. They have given you the one 15th March 2014. The other way to write the date is March 15, 2014, and then you are going to write or put the full stop. In official and business letters, the address is written on the left side of the paper and also on the envelope. The principal, FG Public School, F74, Islamabad. Now, when you are writing it officially or to the editor, you are going to select the left side of the paper. In the case of the informal letter, the address is written only on the envelope. So here we are only discussing the formal letters, in which the address should be at the top or on the left side of the paper. Okay, the next step is salutation. Now, what is salutation? Whenever you address someone by saying respected sir or respected madam, you use such kind of salutation in formal letters. But in informal letters, when you are writing your letter to someone dear or near one, you write like this: dear friend, dear father, dear mother, dear brother, etc. Now, next step is body of the letter. Now, what is the body of the letter? The paragraph that consists of the main body or the main structure of the letter, the main topic of the letter on which you are going to write to someone else. For example, dear sir or madam, I would like to state that I am suffering from fever. Or dear brother, friend, I am happy to receive your letter. Conclusion. Here we conclude our letter by writing a sentence such as, I hope you will be kindly consider my application, or my regards to your parents. Now here conclusion, you conclude your main topic or your letter by saying that my regards are to your parents, or I hope you will kindly consider my application. So this is kind of conclusion in which you conclude your idea or conclude your letter. Next one is complementary clause. How you write it? Yours obediently, yours sincerely, yours truly. When you are writing formal letters, but when you are writing it informally, what you use? Your loving friend, your loving sister, and keep one thing in your mind: when you use ly at the end, when you are writing yours obediently, but when you are writing your obedient student or your obedient you can say your loving friend, then there is no need to write ly at the end. When you are using yours, then you are going to use ly at the end of the word. Now here you can see a formal letter, address at the top, salutation at the that is at the next point or next line, body of the letter, and closing of the letter or complementary clause at the end of the letter. Now let's switch on to informal letters. Informal letters are written to friends, relatives, or the persons of the acquaintance. while writing a formal letter, one should be the point to the point, and the manner of the writing should be in a formal way. But in case of an informal letter, we can write in detail or in a light mode. Means when you are writing to your close one or to the dear or near one, your writing should be in a light mode. So it is informal letter when you are writing to close one or to your relative or your close friends. Now they have given you an informal structure on page 103. An informal letter. Address, and with the address you are going to write salutation, body of the letter, and closing of the letter. Now there is an activity on page 103. Write a letter to your friend telling him or her about your hobby and also inquire about his or her hobby. Now this is your task to write a letter to your friend. I am giving you time. You have to write a letter on this statement, and keep this thing in your mind that this is informal letter. You are going to write this letter to your friend, so it should be in a light mode, and the structure will be different from the formal letter. First you have to write address on the right side of the paper, or then you are going to write salutation in the another line. After that you are going to write body of the letter. Salutation will consist of dear friend, and complementary clause will be your loving friend, your true friend. So this is your task for today's assignment is to write a letter to your friend telling him or her about your hobby, and also inquire about his or her hobby. Now if you have any queries related to the structure of formal or informal letter, do let me know. I am going to answer them. And now it's your assignment. Start to write it down on your on the pages, and send me as soon as possible, so that I can check them and can tell you what are the errors or what are the mistakes you have done in your letter writing.